Daisy. Let me see if I can invite. Let me invite a few persons. Yes, I'm here. Come and join me. Come and join me. Yep, come and join me. Okay, I think that is enough. Hi, good evening, everybody. How are you? So, as the title states, it's about showing up. Okay, just bear with me. Hi, Mike. How are you? So, the topic for this evening is showing up. And as you can see, I think it was this week or last weekend, I did a blog where I was talking about present your presence. And your presence will be your present. So today I want to expound on that a little bit to sort of debunk what I actually mean by showing up. And we've got two categories, right? We can show up for others in our relationships, and we can show up for you, for yourself. So once you've logged on, just say hi. It's only polite. Say hi, let me know you're here. Or drop me your favorite emoji just to acknowledge me, okay? So how are you? Hi, James. How are you? So let's start with showing up in your relationship. Showing up for others, okay? So the first one I will be giving you 3 examples. And obviously, guys, every time when I expound on anything, what I give you is only a small fraction of what the bigger picture is. So once we start the conversation, please feel free to go away and research it some more. Expand your knowledge on it, okay? So in this conversation, I'll be giving you 3 ways in which you can show up in your relationship. And the first one is do not give ultimatum. Guys, do not give your partner or others in your relationships an ultimatum. You win wars with ultimatum, not love. You cannot win love with an ultimatum. Number 2, what you ought to be doing, guys, is be present, especially in intense conversation. Hi, Terry. So be present in an intense conversation in your relationship. So make sure you're listening, okay? Pay attention. Ask the right questions to show that you care, and be present. Be actively listening and be present. All right? So that's another way of showing up. And the third one, which I've got, is starting each day on a new slate. Starting each day on a new slate. Hi, guys. Drop in the comments hashtag live if you're watching live, and hashtag replay if you're on the replay. So what I'm talking about is showing up, letting your presence be your present. And I'm looking at it into 2 categories, which is showing up in your relationship, showing up for others, and also showing up for you. So the 3 points I've given for showing up in your relationship is: do not give an ultimatum. Be present in intense conversation. Practice active listening, asking the right questions, and I'm reading here, and showing that you care. And the third one on that was start each day on a new slate. So each day you will be starting that afresh. All right. So that's how you can turn up in your relationship. Yes. Now, what about turning up for others? You know, sometimes we have this expectation that when we're doing even simple things like we're keeping a party or birthday, and we expect to have a party and we expect all our friends to show up, but you don't turn up at their party. You don't support them. You don't reach out. You don't take the phone to call to find out how they're doing. So how are you showing up for others? And what is your expectations? Thank you. Hashtag live. How are you showing up for others, and how are you expecting others to show up for you, right? And then we want to look at showing up for us. Showing up for me. How do I show up for me? And guys, we have NLP, which is in psychology, in psychotherapy, is neuro-linguistic programming. How do you talk to yourself? Because this is one way how you show up for you. If you're not turning, hi Latanza, how are you, sweetie? If you're not showing up for you, how do you expect others to show up for you? The way we speak to ourselves is very important to facilitate us showing up for ourselves. So, for example, guys, I'm here, I'm doing lives. I could give you 110, and I'm not even joking, reasons as to why I should not be doing this live. You don't have to be critical. I've done that already. My internal parent and critic is not in part to any of you. You don't need to be critical of me because I've done that already. But is that serving me? How do I speak to myself? I've got a bigger picture. My coach, she challenged me about doing these lives, putting myself out there. My business coach decided that this was a good idea to put myself out there. And it's not something I wanted to do. It's not in my comfort zone. Putting myself out here, exposing my vulnerabilities to you, my lovely friends, it's not something I would have done. But I need to show up for me. So I need to step out of my comfort zone to show up for me. So I started speaking to myself within my neurological processes, reprogramming my thought processes. So all the negative mindset and thought processes that goes on where we were taught as child, I started reprogramming that. And guys, maybe this is something you ought to be looking into. How are you speaking to yourself? What languages are you using? And those languages, where have you learned them? Who taught you to speak to you the way you do? Yes? So start showing up for you. And the first thing you ought to be doing is assess yourself, how you're speaking to yourself. So it's NLP, neuro-linguistic programming, guys. I had to reprogram myself. The other way, absolutely, changing your perspective is very important because that is what will allow you to show up for you. Yes, Latanza, stepping out of your comfort zone. Absolutely. So you all understand what I'm talking about. If you understand what I'm talking about, drop me an emoji. Drop me an emoji in the comments so I know you're hearing and you're understanding totally. Some hearts as usual. Show me some love. Show me some love. All right. So that was the first way of showing up for you, reprogramming the way you speak to yourself using NLP, neuro-linguistic programming. Okay, guys? I've said that a few times, so you should have been able to catch that by now. Yes. All right, now, guys, the other way of showing up for yourself is your vision. What is your vision? Have you got a vision board? If you know what I'm talking about and you have a vision board, drop me a V in the comments. If you don't know what a vision board is, drop me a question sign in the comments, guys. But we all need to have our vision and we need to show up for our vision, right? So me showing up tonight, it's a Sunday evening. There are much other things that I could be doing, but me showing up here, speaking to you guys is a part of my vision. So I am showing up for me. How are you showing up for you guys? How are you stepping out of your comfort zone to show up for you? Yes, Terry, so you've got a vision board. Dee, you've got a vision board. Felicia, you've got a vision board. Latanza, have you got a vision board? Drop me a V in the comments if you do. All right? Adi, you've got, good. So most of you here got a vision board. So I'm absolutely speaking to the right audience, aren't I? You all have a vision board, so you know what I'm talking about. We need to have our vision boards. We need to have a vision and an ideal of where we're going to. Because if you start walking this journey and you have no idea where you're going, you will be absolutely lost. So we all need a vision board for ourselves and we need to show up for a vision board. We need to turn up for a vision board, even when it's uncomfortable, even when it takes us out of our comfort zone, it makes us vulnerable, it shows us up. Step out because you're stepping for your bigger picture, right? And then that leads me on to the next point I've got, which is about I'm fine, thank you, darling. So the next one is about showing up for your desires and your destiny. Who do you desire to be? Who are you destined to be? Right? And guys, mind you, when you start showing up as the person you desire to be, you're going to be rebutted. You will have rebuttals from friends and family who knew you to be somebody else. But remember, you are forever evolving. So who you were last month is not who you should be this month if you're growing. So who I was a month ago, 2 months ago, 3 months ago is not who I am today, because I have a desire of the woman I want to be. I've got a destiny of the woman I ought to be. And the way I speak, the way I dress, the friends I have, where I live, the social network I have has to be in alignment with who I desire to be. So then I need to show up for me. And if that means making friends or family uncomfortable with the person I've become, then I'm sorry if you're unable to see my vision, but you need to get with the program, because I'm evolving and I am showing up for me. So guys, are you showing up for you? What have you done lately to ascertain, hey, what are you doing to work towards your goal, to work towards your vision of your vision board, as well as the desired and destined person you ought to be doing? All right? So you need to show up for you, as I said. And when you're showing up for you, you may unconsciously, unintentionally make others uncomfortable, because you're no longer the person they knew you to be. And they may even think you're being disingenuous. They may think you're being inauthentic. But no, you're not. You're turning up as a person you desire to be. And that person is absolutely different from the person you were a year, 2 years, 3 years ago. So yes, I have changed. I have changed. Nice to meet you. My name is Lodia, right? I am not the person I was yesterday, and I will not be this person tomorrow, because my aim, my vision is to keep growing. And once I've aligned that with my neuro-linguistic programming, I'm set on my desire, on my destiny. So I'm showing up for me, guys. I'm showing up, and I challenge you to show up for you. Hi, Lynn. I challenge you to turn up for you, show up for you. So we've looked at showing up for others, showing up in your relationship, showing up for others, and ultimately showing up for you. And guys, if you're not showing up for you, then I'm not so sure I want you to show up for me. Because kindness begins at home. Charity begins at home. So be kind to you first. Show up for you first, and then that will put you in a position where you'll be able to show up for others. So yes, guys, I'm showing up for me. I'm here tonight because I'm showing up for me. Are you with me? Show me some love. If you absolutely agree with what I'm talking about, you're hearing me clearly, and it is making a lot of sense to you. Yes, Lynn. Yes, I can see you showing up for you. I can see you on the catwalk, isn't it? I can see you, Lynn. You're showing up for you. And this is what we need to do. So once we start showing up for others, showing up in a relationship, and showing up for us, what we need to do, guys, is conflate the two. So we need to merge the two together. Conflate it, okay? And then once you conflate the two together, you need to be consistent. You need to be very persistent and consistent, and apply a lot of tenacity, guys. Because what will happen is, if you start fluctuating between the person you desire to be and the person you were, you won't be authentic. You will become like a person who hasn't got integrity. So in order to validate your integrity, you have to be persistent. You have to be consistent. So the person I am today, the way I am today, I remain consistent until I evolve to the next level. I do not slip in and out, because then that's confusing for me, and that's even confusing for the people around you. They're trying to understand who you are as a person. So be consistent, be persistent, practice tenacity, and conflate all of that together, guys, and uphold your integrity. And when you're upholding your integrity, you certainly will be showing up for you. All right, guys, I've seen a lot of comments here. I will go through and I will read them properly and I will respond to you accordingly. Guys, just bear with me. I need some more. So, for those of you here, guys, we do have a group on Facebook. It's called Romantic Relationships. If you're interested, drop me a question sign and I will send you the link for you to join us there. We're talking about interesting topics about relationships and about how to go about your relationship in a healthy way. So join us there. We'll be happy to have you. Right? I also have an event coming up on the 23rd of November, guys. If you're interested, drop me a question mark about network and I will give you more information, because a part of your vision or going forward, if you've got a desire to do that, it's about your network, because your network is your net worth, guys. So you need to meet people who is in alignment to your dream, who understand your dream, who understands your vision board to support you. No man is an island. We all need each other. Okay? So come out and meet other entrepreneurs and build your network. Ultimately, building your net worth. All right, guys? This is me. Remember to practice. Yes. All right. I'll give you the link to that. Remember to practice neuro-linguistic programming. The way you speak to yourself is very, very important, guys. All right. Be consistent. Be persistent. Have a vision board if you haven't had one. If you are interested, drop me the V and we will talk about it. Before I go, guys, this is me signing off. I want you to show me some love. Love, love, love. Show me some love before I go. This is me, and you have yourself a lovely evening. It was nice spending some time with you. Bye.